Go ahead.
Well, it looks like you guys really brought the offense today in this game. Just against a team like Columbus, you gotta be really, really, really good to get the win.
Yeah, they have conceded. They haven't conceded many chances nor goals in the beginning of the season, mainly because they're really good on the ball. They have a lot of possession. So they did today, but we managed to create these big chances through the possession we had. So obviously extremely disappointing not to win this game, or at least get a point.
What was the key in getting so many more offensive chances today?
Yeah, I think I spoke about it last week. How we could improve from last week's game, and obviously also having analyzed the opponents and where we could hurt them, and we did that really well on the chances. A lot according to game plan. And obviously some individual good performances as well to create those chances, and very unfortunate not to put them away.
Do you think Klauss was onside on that?
No, he wasn't. Apparently, he definitely wasn't offside. So that should have been a goal.
Yeah. So you thought he was? Yeah, you thought he was onside.
I had no idea in the moment.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at any screens or anything. That we've been told afterwards that it's definitely not offside. So I don't know why he gives the offside in the first place when it's so close. Better to give ball and then they can have a look at it afterwards, not the other way around. I don't know if that's the reason they decided to give an offside, because they thought it was close. But apparently people have been looking at the pictures and it's onside.
We'll go to Justin.
Coach, you mentioned midweek that you're looking for the team to be a little more aggressive, kind of against the ball. Starting out this match, especially in those first few minutes, they kind of reacted exactly like you said. Did you see and notice that progress of what you talked about midweek and how the club was operating today?
Yeah, I think so. It was good energy. It was difficult for us to hold that up, throughout the game. They are good on the ball, and we tried to push the guys to put as much pressure on them as possible. And some moments they did really well, but on others we had to back off a little bit.
And then in the second half, you conceded the goal, but throughout the half, it seemed like you're on the front foot more often than not. And do you look at that as something that you can bring out and extrapolate next week against Vancouver, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, obviously have to look at the game again as always to have the better analysis. But it felt like they were more dangerous in the first half. They had some situations. They had, I think, one really good opportunity to score. It was a shot wide in the Ben's left, I think. And apart from that, they had some dangerous situations. They found some balls in behind us. We were not with that, but obviously we created those really big chances in the first half, and then in the second half they didn't have much. I think it was the goal and the offside goal they had as well, and not much more than that. And we created our chances. It looked like
there were some tactical adjustments kind of towards the end of that second half as well, where you're giving some instructions to Kyle and to Kessler to make some movements. Did you kind of see the reaction that you're seeing at that moment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we went to a more of a back four and sort of gambled a little bit, played with Mackay as left back in the end, obviously trying to throw everything forward, and we had some good moments and again, I think created enough chances to score at least another goal.
We're going in front here.
Hello, Coach. Tough game against a tough team who is really good in tight spaces. What can the team and everyone can learn about them and improve for the next match? Thinking about those situations.
Yeah, I think you said it. We knew that before, and so every week we have a new opponent, and they're often very different from each other. The last home game was very, very different. We had a lot of possession. They backed off, and it wasn't a possession team. So we have to look at each game individually and try to have a really good game plan for each opponent.
Could you let me know what's the situation with Joshua Joro? Is it a concussion?
No, it doesn't seem to be. But yeah, they have to follow protocol. So
Thank you, Coach.
from what I understand, yeah.
Charlie, we go to Charlie first.
Thanks, Coach. City ranked 27th out of 30 teams in the MLS in expected goals going into tonight. You had 1.66 expected goals tonight, a little better than Columbus. Of course, you don't get the result you wanted. What do you feel this team did better tonight or worse tonight compared to, maybe some of the other games like the LA game where you got a win or the past three where you've fallen and been in the loss column?
Yeah, I think it's probably the game where we created, I don't know the most chances, but definitely the biggest chances. I find that surprisingly low, that expected goals, looking at Simon's couple of chances, looking at Klauss, Sedis, that must be close to, there must be a couple of those chances are more than a penalty, so that sounded a bit low because much better chances than those, it's difficult to get in a game and especially get, 4 chances like that in the same game. Yeah, definitely look at how we can take that into the next game and hopefully score. We were a little bit more direct. I spoke about that after the last game as well. Not so, too, possession minded for the sake of it. We were really trying to look for our strikers, as early as possible. And yeah, I thought we did that quite well on a few occasions.
Yeah, and if you could describe, tonight's game, if you can try, in one word, what would you say that word would be?
There was so many things happening in this game, so there are a lot of words. There were ups and downs, a lot of situations. The goal we should have had, they, had a goal disallowed. So it's very difficult in one word.
We'll go virtual to Jeremy.
Thanks. Olaf, in the first half, you guys got that early goal, and it seemed like some of that aggression that started early really kind of gave way to Columbus's possession style. Is that due to something Columbus did, or was that just part of a part of our game plan to kind of sit back and let them have the ball a little bit more?
No, not really. I mean, you got to give credit to the opponents as well. They are really good on the ball play with small margins. We knew that, and they're really good in build up. Have a good goalkeeper there as well. But it's about being patient as well and not giving up. Still continuing to try with that high pressure, and eventually will give you a chance, like it did with Simon's really big chance in the second half. We've seen that before in their game. So if it's enough just scoring on one of those, if we're patient in our high defending throughout the game. But it's difficult to do it all the time, every time. And we had a period there in the second half when we sat back a little bit too much, I think, but also in a period where they had some situations that were dangerous in behind us and in our box. So we had to be cautious also in our defending.
And then one more question. Oh, sorry. One more question for you, Coach. In possession, it seemed like a lot of times it was really heavily reliant on finding that first ball to Klauss or someone in the attack, but then oftentimes the ball was lost. So can you talk a little bit about the importance of getting that second ball and winning that to maintain possession in your build-up?
Yeah, we knew we had been working on that, the possibilities on the longer ball, and I think when we found Klauss, he did well on several occasions, and we were able to be dangerous from there on a few occasions. But yeah, our possession game or our build up. I don't think it was great today. We have to look at how we can really improve there and get better movement and variation in our attacks.
We'll wrap up here with Tom Timmerman.
If you talk about Klaus's game, it looked like he's got to feel good to see Klauss finally get a goal with that, how the season has gone for him. And it looked like he certainly was energetic as well after that.
Yeah, it was really nice. He's been had a really good training week as well with good energy. So it was nice to see him out there today. I thought we had some other really good individual performances. Obviously we're all extremely disappointed to lose, but we got to try to bring the positives on the individual performances and the chances we created, and definitely need to improve on certain other things.
It looked like Timo Baumgartl with the start came flying out of the gate from the start, like he was ready to go today.
Yeah, definitely. I thought he did well as well. Nice to see Mackay as well making his home debut. Did well when he came on as well.
Coach, that's it. Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Tom, go ahead.
Hi, Klauss. Were you onside?
I mean, from the camera that we watch in the locker room, looks like I was onside. I don't know. I think maybe we have to watch from another angle or another camera. Maybe they had more angles than us, and this can explain. Maybe I was offside, but from the camera that we watch, I was onside.
This looked like it was the best offensive game of the season for you guys, for the whole team. Did it seem that way to you? And what made this game different, if so?
Yeah, definitely. I think was the game that created the most. When we were winning, also we had some chance, and in this kind of game that we play against a great opponent that play together for so long. They know each other very well. It's a tough game, and I think we did a good job in our plan, and yeah, I think we deserved more today.
It had to be a level of frustration with like the last 3 games when the team wasn't scoring. This has got to be, I guess, a different kind of frustration that you guys played as well as you did, but against a really good team, couldn't get the win.
Yeah, as you say, I think last week's was a different frustration because I think we wasn't performing well, and we as you say, we were not creating enough, and I think today as I say, we did a good job as a team. I don't think they had a lot of chance. Of course, it's a team that have the ball a lot, but I think they didn't create that much, and yeah, as I say, we deserved more.
Go ahead, Justin.
João, I want to talk to you about that goal you scored because it comes from a big save from Ben Luntz on the other side, and then Celio makes some magic on the left and plays that ball in. Can you talk about just the emotion when that ball goes in and just kind of how you're feeling in the run up to that?
Yeah, as you say, it's a goal team. It starts with Ben making a great save, and then yeah, Celio doing Celio's things, and that 1v1 that he likes to do, and help us a lot. I think he's the only player in our team that has this capacity to keep the ball that long and go 1v1 against players and find space for us. So yeah, he was very important.
And it seemed like you didn't even really celebrate that much. Was it just more of a relief to get the goal off your chest?
Yeah, as I say, we think as a team, and of course, very happy to score. But yeah, I just think that with the game that we play today, we should have more.
We'll go to Matt.
And on that goal, Celio comes up to you after the celebration, and immediately I saw you guys kind of like pointing and things like that. Were you seeing things kind of opening up there that you tried to take advantage of after that first goal?
Yeah, I think Columbus is a team that play with a lot of players going forward, and they were leaving us in front like 1v1. Their center backs they were defending 1v1, and that's how we create the goal. And I told Celio just that if we had this kind of chance for him just to use his ability to go 1v1, open space, and just to be confident to do that.
And then, guys haven't had that high press in very many games this season. You were breaking it out for a good chunk of this game. Do you think was there a comfortability factor in getting back to a little bit of the high press like you've played so much these last 2 years before?
I think also the way that Columbus play, they play with a lot of risks. I don't know if risks is the right word because they know exactly what they have to do. It's just awesome the way they play from the back, like how they move, how they know each other so well. But also it's a chance for us. I think we had one chance like this in the second half with Simon when we won the ball inside of their box. So yeah, we knew that they would break us a few times, but if we can catch them once or twice, we could score some goals. So that was our plan.
We'll go to Charlie, then wrap up with Tom.
Hey, Klauss. Not only do you score City's only goal, but you had the most duels won at 9 in this game among both teams. How do you feel that, you talk about a scoreless streak in the last 3 where you lose and you finally score in this one, and you still don't get the result you want. Like, what do you think as a team? Are you just getting unlucky? Is there something that you made it that, as a squad that may be lacking? Is it like a systematic failure? Is it just getting unlucky? What do you think?
I think the other games, some of them we had some good chance, and but I also don't think we play our best. As you say, I think today was way better game. I think the balance was there. I think we also played with the ball. We had some transitions. We had a build up. We have long balls that we were able to put the ball down and create as well. I think today was just different than the other games.
We wrap up with Tom.
Is this a good building block for this team, even though the losing streak goes on, as you're going forward?
Yeah, I think today it's a game that we can build. But yeah, as you said, I think the start was good. But now we lost the last 4 games, and we know the season is long, but we have to pick up points. We cannot lose so many games. We have to pick up points as soon as possible because everybody knows our goal is to make playoffs. Last year was similar, and we know that we have time, but if we don't win games now, after will be difficult. So I think we have good chance. We have a tough stretch now. We play against good teams, but I think today we show that we have the quality. We have the players that can make difference, and we build from there.
You always talk about attacking and defending as a group, but is it nice for you as an attacking player when there are more attacking players on the field? You had like really 4 out there with Celio and Cedric and Marcel today.
Yeah, I think we didn't change the way we play. It's just the balance that the coach was asking for us. I think doesn't matter who is on the field. We have to move together, defensive and offensive, and I think we were doing this more in the defense part than offensive part, and I think today we had a better balance on that.
Klauss, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tom.
Hi, Timo.
Hey,
Welcome to the room.
thank you. It's a new room, huh?
How did it feel out there for your first start?
Pretty hot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a difficult game to describe because like we started well, we scored, we had the chance for the second goal. Unfortunately, we get the equalizer at a difficult time before the halftime. Get the 2-1 against us, but then we had still a lot of time, a lot of chances, and yeah, I think we deserved today a point.
they didn't have a whole lot of chances. Do you feel that, yeah, you guys did a good job on limiting their scoring opportunities?
I mean, it's one of the best teams in the league. To be honest, they play a beautiful game. They know where to go. They will have normally solutions for every single moment in the game. But today, I think we had some good moments. We pressed them. We had with Simon the big chance after we pressed them. So I think, to be honest, we deserved the point. They had some chances, but the 1-1, the equalizer was a mistake from us. We need to defend that better because it's 3 minutes before halftime. But at the end, we had enough chances to win this game also.
Yeah, what is that goal they got right before the half? How different is it if you guys can take a 1-0 lead into the half?
It is different because you get the energy in the halftime. You have a good feeling when you're leading 1-0 against this team. They need to find solution. They sitting in the dressing room thinking about what they can do better. That's difficult. That's different if you get the 1-1 after right before the halftime. It's always been that because they get a high, we get a low. That's normal. So for us, it would be perfect if we didn't concede the goal right from the halftime.
We'll go to Justin Horniker.
Timo, obviously you made the City 2 start a couple weeks ago, but you go the full 90 minutes here today. Was there anything towards the end of the game that was kind of a reminder of what it's like to stick out the entirety of these matches?
No. As I said, it was a hard game. It was a hard game. You saw it. I think both teams get tired at the end. But we still had physical wise, we had the chances. So for me, it was nice to play. It's important for me to get a rhythm, as I said. I need a rhythm after a long time without playing. I told that everyone that I need that rhythm. I need play time. So I'm glad that I played today.
Is it something that where you've been playing for so long that like some of it comes naturally, but you just need to kind of sharpen up the more you play?
Yeah, of course. If you're in a rhythm, especially as a defender, I played one game as a striker, so 2 games now as a defender. So it's important for me to get a rhythm, as I said, and then all the things will come. So yeah, I'm happy to play.
Thanks, Timo.
Go ahead.
Were you saying it's hot out there or hard out there?
Hot.
Hot?
For me, it was hot. I know it's getting hotter in summer, but for me, it was hot.
Yeah, just you wait. You got to.
Yeah, that's what they told me. Just wait. My dog as well. In the morning, he was like, "Oh, it's too hot for me."
At the start of the game, you were immediately like all over the place. Was that like pent up energy that you had there at the?
Yeah, no, it was the game plan that I press high, that I play as a second midfielder in high pressing. So that's what the task is. And as I said, every task the coach gives me, I will accept it and do it. And I'm a player who can defend forward. I did it in Berlin because we played that style. I'm forward defending, so he asked me to do that, and I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm. On the first goal, you said the second goal you should have started with. The first goal, what'd you think about that one?
Which one?
The first goal, the one right before the halftime.
I mean, yeah, it was second post. Honestly, he hit it good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a cross, and crosses need to be defend better because it's not possible that someone is free there. But yeah, he hit it really good.
You've been training with him for however many months now, but you got to like it when Klauss gets a goal out there.
Yeah, to be honest, for him it was hard times because he didn't score for a long time. Now he scored, and I don't know what happened with the second goal of him.
Mm-hmm.
If it was offside or not. I didn't saw it back. So for him, I'm glad that he scored. It's for a striker. It's always important to score. And after such a long time, you saw how happy he was. And we as a team are happy for him because he's on number 9. He's a really good striker, and I saw him in the first year how many goals he can score, and hope he will score a lot now in the future.
We go to Charlie, then back to Manfred.
Say history will say it was an reality may disagree, but history will say.
Oh, okay.
Hey Timo, like you said, you played like 30, 20 minutes of a game, 10 minutes of a game as a striker. Theoretically, if you're playing 90 minutes, who's scoring more goals, you or Roman Berkey?
Oh, that's good. You need to ask Roman. He has a good shot. He has a good shot. But I will say I score more goals.
Only one way to find out.
Timo, they were having a lot of success. Just whether it was throwing runs outside and kind of pulling you guys apart in the back three, or putting a lot of stuff in the middle and then having you guys pull up and then sending in runners behind. Just what is the way when you're going against a team that you talk about, beautiful game, they have all their ins and outs. What is the way for you guys as a defense to stay compact and not let them kind of spread you out with those movements?
To be honest, against these teams is about a lot of 1-against-1 defending. You need to press them high. You need to go man against man because that's difficult for them as well. You saw it in moments they're losing as well balls. That's what we also see in the pre-match analyze, that if they get pressure and you go 1-against-1 against them, they will come out for sure, but they have moments where they lose balls, and we saw it a couple of times. That's why that's the thing. Against those teams, I played a lot of possession teams in my career, and the only thing is, if you stay back and wait, they will destroy you because they have so much quality. But if you go against them, if you go at home against them, if you go man against man, if you gave statements in the first minutes to also be aggressive, not to injure them, but to give them like pushes, like small things. They also think about, oh, I don't want to play this game today. So I think they had these moments, and I think when we punished them for the second goal when Seti had a big chance, then in their head it will be difficult. But that they come out sometimes because of their quality, that's normal. But I think we limited them on a couple of times. But at the end, we need to score and be more better in the box.
We'll wrap up with Tom.
Is it just a good feeling to finally get in a game and play 90 minutes after it's been a long time coming?
For me, it's a good time to play. It was nice to be out there. But in the end, I'm disappointed because we lose. As I always say, I'm a team player. I take every role what the coaching staff put on me. So to be honest, it's nice to play, but disappointing. Yeah.
Timo, thank you. We appreciate it, brother.
Thank you.